Ultimately, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coon. The white man to go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Abcdee.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Abcdee.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Abcdee.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Abcdee.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations, I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm
Queen.
getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Abcdee.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Abcdee.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got...
This is the sound of Image by...
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Abcdee Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Abcdee Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right. Happy Friday. Okay, so let's get ready to get back into it. Be sure to get those likes up. You all know they have the Queen's shadow band. Okay, please pay attention. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. Okay? Mr. Hotel said Dr. A Shakur has arrived, beloved ads. All right, shout out to Mr. Hotel, the lovely T in the house, Timber Dan, December Reed, Christopher Courtney, Ladybug, December White. All right, so let's get ready to get into it. Hey, Anita, Danielle, Ethelene, Wavy, though, is in the house. Cherokee Descendant Dale, Cosmic Dream, Princess Loves Hotels, Reggie, Mr. Elevation, All Hell Nah, Queen Amona Huey, DJ Big Six is here. All right, Lillian X, Byron, Nita's and Mike's World. Shout out to my moderators putting in work. I see you, Byron. Emperor Rex in the house, Terry Hidden. Okay. Let's get into it. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Hey, Renz G, Stephen, Tia, Liz, Boone, Carlton, G from the land. Shout out to everyone in the chat and everyone tuned into the Queen. Let's get this party started. This is all nefarious, just so you all know. Please pay attention. Okay, so we had breaking news last night on Diddy. Juju said the Queen is queening, okay? Hey, just another woman, Darnell. So anyway, we had the breaking news last night about Diddy being accused of all these, tragic events, I would say. What do you want to call it? Nefariousness by Cassie. And I found it all so interesting. I don't know about you all. Hey, Brand Slayer TV. I found it all so interesting. So anyway, now, since this has come out, old footage of Diddy's ex, Gina Hume, I guess that's the way you say her name, I'm not sure, but footage has resurfaced of what she said about Diddy once upon a time. And the funny thing is, when she said these things about Diddy, people didn't really believe her. And, some people don't believe Cassie. Some people don't believe Cassie, and they're saying, well, where's the proof? Well, I'm sure that there'll be proof presented in court. You see, all we have now are just articles, okay? So I'm sure that proof will be presented in court. Not to mention, some of the things that she's already said have been substantiated by others. And she also says that there are people who are Diddy's friends, who were Diddy's employees at the time that most of this was going on, that they saw this. They were witnesses to it, but they were afraid to speak out. Well, maybe she can get some of those people subpoenaed. All right, Kid Cudi seems to have confirmed that his car was blown up after Diddy made threats of blowing up his car. And mind you, people's cars don't just blow up for no reason, okay? That's all I'm saying. But anyway... Okay, 501 Nola is home, says Shalom. I've heard, Shalom to you, beloved. Says, I've heard the Cassie stories for years. Him pimping her out, etc. Yes. Miss Hotel said Diddy is nefarious and that's on the Most High, so they need to stop it. Yes, they absolutely do need to stop it, okay? That's what they need to do. And Azealia Banks came out. Azealia Banks came out and said that one time he beat Cassie so bad that he had to send her on a vacation to Hawaii for 3 weeks. Now, I don't know how Azealia Banks knows this bit of information. Maybe her and Cassie were friends. I don't know. But that's what she said. And, now that this has come out, this would explain why Cassie's husband, Alex Fine, has been throwing shots at Diddy, okay? Calling him old and fruity and saying a bunch of other things. This all explains why, as far as I'm concerned, the pillow talk that he and Cassie have engaged in, surely she's told him the nefariousness of it all. Not to mention he was once both of their trainers. And so who knows what he actually saw himself? Please pay attention. But anyway, I'm going to pull up this video. I'm going to go ahead and get this salacious gossip out of the way because we have serious stories to report on. And so we're going to talk about the celebrity gossip first. Please pay attention. All right. So here we go.
He had caught me texting another man. We was in Miami, and it got really crazy that time. We was upstairs, and he had we were in his closet, and he pushed me, and I fell to the ground, and then he stood over me. So I was laying on my back, and he stood over me, and he started punching me like this. He avoided my face, but he started punching me on the side of my head, and I was just covering my face. And he did that, and then after he got done doing that, he cause he was standing, his legs were in between me, so he stomped on my stomach.
This is so
Yo,
crazy.
listen to this.
I am being shown November of 2023. So her death date was November 15th of 2018. But I'm being shown November of 2023.
Which is this month,
we're
obviously.
done with this. I feel she's shaking her head yes. Before she stared at me, then she wait, and now she's shaking her head yes. I am being shown that things are being prepared. She is showing me a trumpet. People are standing straight up. And there are people going to speak, not just about what happened to her, about other things. Something is unraveling.
What?
For some reason.
Something is unraveling. I find it also suspicious, don't you? That psychic was clearly on point. Say what you want, but she was clearly on point because, in fact, it is November of 2023. And all of this has come out. So not to mention, Kim Porter died November the 15th of 2018. And here we are getting this information November the 16th, just the day after, the anniversary of her death. That's all I'm saying. But hold on. I have something I want you all to hear because I thought this was interesting. Let me make sure this is it. Yeah, so Young Jock. This has also resurfaced. Now, this is an interview where Young Jock the rapper, is speaking about Cassie's haircut and how Diddy made her get this haircut. Hold on just a second. Okay, here we go. I'm going to play the audio. I'm not going to show the video because I don't have permission.
You remember Scarface when that white woman was coming down the escalator? Yeah. He was in that man's house and he saw that man's wife and was like this. I was watching Puff. And then Puff was looking up there. He saw this white woman. It was bottles on bottles on bottles around her. It was lit. Puff jumped out. Me and Cassie sat next to each other. My wife right here, Cassie right here. The nigga jumped off the bar, came over and said, yo, Cassie, tomorrow, I want you to shave the side of your head. And I was like, what the fuck kind of request is that? So when I'm like, what the fuck? So when I look up there, this white woman's side of her head was shaved, my nigga. And the bitch looked good with it. So I was looking at Cassie, I was like, I was like, you're not about to do that, are you? She said, well, I mean, whatever Sean wants, I'm gonna do.
Okay, you heard that, right? Said whatever Sean wants, I'm going to do. Now, Corwin says that did he ask her? Did he ask her or did he tell her? Okay. And at the end of the day, here's the thing I want you all to pay attention to. You know, some people will say, well, he asked her and she complied. Well, here's the thing. When you're a victim of domestic violence to the extent that Cassie claims that she was, if we believe her, and I do, if you're a victim of domestic violence to that extent, you will absolutely do exactly as you're told, because you know the consequences and repercussions if you don't. Okay, so it may not be that she wanted that haircut, but that she simply complied because she dared not to. And here's another thing. Some people said, well, after Kim Porter died, Cassie came back around Diddy. Yeah, she did. Could she have possibly thought? You see, because I'm a critical thinker and I have an open mind. I don't just think one way or have tunnel vision. So my thing is, they say that, oh, she came back around Diddy after Kim died. Well, perhaps she came back around for all we know, because she may have thought maybe she'd be next. Okay? Maybe she was concerned that she just might be next. I'm just saying he did blow up, or I'm sorry, allegedly threatened to blow up Kid Cudi's car in 2012, and then the car was mysteriously blown up. It exploded. So who's to say why she came back around? At the end of the day, you know, a lot of people want to make these excuses, but the ex-girlfriend, Gina, isn't she the same one who said that he beat her and stomped a baby out of her, that he wanted her to get an abortion? Was that her or Cassie? Someone said something about him stomping them while they were pregnant. Okay, and I do know that Gina did say something about him telling her to get an abortion. So with that all being said, please let's not make excuses for his nefariousness. Okay, you all don't find it strange that when he was talking to Justin Bieber, and this is on video, I'm not going to show the video because, again, I don't have permission. But you all don't remember, you can look it up if you don't, when he was talking to Justin Bieber was a teenager, and he's talking to him saying, oh, you acting funny now. Now, all of a sudden, you don't want to hang out. You don't want to call me no more. I'm sorry. Why does a teenage Justin Bieber need to be calling him? Why would he want to be hanging out with a teenager? I have a whole lot of questions, okay? Now, we already know what Jaguar Wright said that he did to Christopher Williams. All right? So we know a lot of the nefarious things that has been said about Diddy. We also know that Dwayne Keefe Davis also said that Diddy offered him money to take out Tupac. So all of those trying to make excuses for his nefariousness, saying that they don't believe it or that Cassie waited so long to come out, you need to sit down somewhere because you sound nonsensical as far as I'm concerned, and frankly, obtuse. Okay? At the end of the day, y'all don't remember Diddy putting on that wig? Y'all don't remember that? Y'all know Diddy, Sean Combs, y'all know, those of you who've been following me from day one know that I've always called him Honeycombs. And I've called him Honeycombs for a reason. And here's another thing. Men who are in the closet, gay, men who are in the closet afraid to come out and admit who they really are and be their true selves, they absolutely beat women. Now, I'm not going to say all of them do, but a lot of these down low men hiding in the closet, afraid to just walk on out boldly like the rest of the LGBTQ men, they do have a tendency to beat women. And that's because they resent women. And they deal with women to keep up appearances. So imagine that you're in a relationship with someone you really don't care for like that, and you're just doing it to keep up appearances, living a whole lie. Wouldn't that make you just a little bit mad and resentful? Okay? So sit down somewhere. There is no excuse. And just watch what I'm telling you. Now that Cassie has come out and spoken, you all don't think that maybe there's going to be other people that come out? Well, I sure do. And I'm just waiting for the men to come out. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting for the men to come out. Diddy's the same one who said that he was wrestling Usher over cornflakes, frosted flakes. Usher was a kid. Usher was a kid. I'm sorry, say what? Make it all make sense. No excuse to be with him either. Gold diggers will be beaten. Last writer, you sound ridiculous. Let me just get you on out of here so you don't have any more troubles. Somebody, moderators, please block him since he thinks that it's okay for women to be beaten. Okay? Not because he's disagreeing with me, but because he simply thinks obviously, that it's okay for women to be beaten. And who said she was a gold digger? Cassie was a star herself. Okay? She was a star herself. At the end of the day, gold diggers will be beaten. How about this? How about if you think someone's a gold digger, you just don't deal with them? They don't deserve to be beaten, even if they are gold diggers. Okay? They don't deserve to be beaten, even if they are gold diggers. All right? So you sound insidiously obtuse. And that just tells me everything I need to know about someone like you. And quite frankly, I don't want people like you in my chat. So moderators, please block that fool, because that's what they are, a fool. And I'm sure that's a black man too. I'm sure that's a black man, because the only ones who've been defending Diddy and his BS are some of these black men. And sadly, some foolish black women, but specifically black men. And that's X said he sounds like a fool. Yes. Cassie turned down hush money Diddy tried to give her. Exactly. Okay? Exactly. And here's the thing. Knowing his track record, she had to be brave to come out. Do you think that she would risk all of this trouble that she's likely going to see just to get a bag? Well, I don't think so. And besides, her and her husband have money, okay? They have their own business, in case you missed it, okay? Her and Alex Fine are doing just fine. Please pay attention. All right? Oh, so crazy. Some of you will forever make excuses. Christine said he sounds ridiculous. Have a seat, sir. Exactly, beloved. That's what he needs to do. Reggie said absolutely. She probably is and was terrified. Exactly. Okay. Corinne said she was scared. I absolutely believe she was, beloved. And probably still is, because who knows what he'll go to, what lengths he'll go to at this point. Okay. Anyway, let me continue. Because some people, you don't want to accept the truth. You want to just make excuses for BS. But had that been your mother or your sister, just like Mr. Hotel said, you took the words out of my mouth. Mr. Hotel said, yeah, until it's your mother or your sister. Exactly. I don't condone violence unless you're in defense of yourself. I don't condone anybody just putting hands on anybody, whether it's a woman putting hands on a man or men putting hands on a woman, or man putting hands on a woman. I don't condone that. Okay? But at the end of the day, that's right, King Lejeune said, yes, cognitive dissonance, plain dizzy. Exactly. Okay? Oh, and this is what I wanted to say. Also, how many of you saw the interview that Abcdee did? And she was talking about Diddy. How many of you saw that interview? Corinne said, facts, no hands, I agree. Thank you, beloved. How many of you saw the video that Abcdee did? Now, you remember she was in that group. I forget the name of that group, but she was in that group with that Diddy had signed, right? So do you all remember when she did that interview just a few months ago? Okay, so most of you remember it, some of you don't. Well, those of you who saw it, do you remember when she said that Diddy was talking about giving all of his artists their publishing back and that he wanted them to sign NDAs in order to get the publishing back? Well, here's the thing. Y'all don't think Diddy knew that this was going to happen? That he already knew that Cassie was going to start talking, right? He had a feeling, or he absolutely knew probably. And that's maybe why he wanted them to sign non-disclosure agreements all of a sudden. Because some of those artists absolutely know the truth of what went on. So is that why he wanted to give them back their publishing? After he's milked it for all it's worth, because it's really not going to be worth much now, because those songs are not even being played anywhere at this point. So he's not losing anything by giving it back to them. He's trying to make it look like he's doing something, but he really isn't. Okay, he really isn't. At the end of the day, Danity Kane. Yeah, that's the name of that group, Danity Kane. Thank you, beloved. Okay, and Reeducated said he did Danity Kane and Day 26 Dumb Dirty. Yes, not to mention Loon, Shine, and a myriad of other artists. Okay, 112. Shall I go on? Whatever happened to what was that group from the South? MGK? Whatever happened to them after they signed with him? I have questions. But so anyway, Claudette said it's time to pay the piper. That's right. And here's the thing. Reggie says so many artists. And Craig Mack says, dang, Bruno. Exactly, beloved. Okay? Here's the thing, though. At the end of the day, Diddy has always, had this dark cloud following him. People have always, talked about things that he's done. Okay, so this isn't just the first time that something's coming out. And like I said, his other ex-girlfriend Gina talked about him abusing her as well. So everybody's lying. We shouldn't believe anyone that's saying things about Diddy. Y'all can sit down somewhere. Those of you try to make excuses. Black Rob too says just be. It's absolutely, beloved. Okay, the list literally goes on and on. Okay, Reggie said Craig Mack said bad boy off. Exactly. The Lock says Swift. Oh, hell no, said he's a whole demon. I absolutely agree. Mace saw the foolishness early, said Born King. Mm-hmm. Okay, Reggie said brand new flavor of the year. Yeah, that was the song, right? And so anyway, hey, Dervis. So this is all crazy, but let me continue. Y'all heard what the psychic said. November of 2023. And here we are. Pay attention. Okay, so now I want you all to hear this story because I find it very, very suspicious. A 13-year-old Black teenager went on a trip with her friend Reagan and Reagan's family. Reagan and her mother picked her up. Okay, her name is Abcdee Rich. Now, she went on this trip with them to Lake Julia. And she didn't make it back alive. And I find it very suspicious because the girl who she went on this trip with, Reagan, her family refuses to talk to Abcdee's family. They won't give them any details as to what happened to their child. So let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen because I did a TikTok about this just this morning. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ahmadai Shakur. This is 13-year-old Abcdee Rich from Minnesota. On July the 27th, she went on a trip to Lake Julia with her friend Reagan and Reagan's family. 3 days later, they claimed she was lost in the lake, and then she was later found deceased. Now, the family has no answers as to how this all happened, and the family, Reagan's family that is not talking to them. Let's get into it. Abcdee was a fun-loving teen who enjoyed helping others, making people laugh, and she was very outgoing. She also has a twin brother named Anthony. They were very close. Now, on the day that all of this happened, Abcdee's father had spoken to her at approximately 4:43 p.m. And then about maybe 30 minutes later, a police officer showed up at the family's home telling them that he had bad news.
A police officer from our local police department was knocking at our front door. He asked if Michelle lived here, and I replied, no, there's a Michaeline here. And he asked if we had a daughter by the name of Abcdee, and I said yes. He said that he was there with some unfortunate news that the family that she was with lost her in the lake, and that teams were searching for her. The statement, lost her in the lake.
Now, that officer gave the family the name of another officer who they could contact that was at the lake. So they loaded up and they headed to Lake Julia. When they got there, they were told that their daughter was deceased, that she had been found 23 feet down in the lake. Now, supposedly, she was on a ladder. And this is obviously what Reagan's family told the police because they never spoke to Abcdee's family. So they say that she was on a ladder and that she took off her life vest and said she was about to get into the lake. My question is, why would she take off her vest if she was going to get into the lake? That to me makes no sense. But however, I find it very suspicious that the other family didn't even bother to offer an explanation, to give any specific details, or to even offer their condolences to Abcdee's family. Yeah, I find that very suspicious. And the autopsy ruled her death an accidental death. So, but I don't believe that. I think something nefarious happened because why aren't they being transparent? I mean, you could even say that you're sorry that their child turned up deceased while she was on a trip with them. Who does that?
My daughter and I was on the phone until 4:49 p.m., 7/30/2023. Per the police report, the 911 call came in at 5:02 p.m., 7/30/2023, to the Beltrami County Sheriff's Office that a child was missing on the lake. I had just spoke with our daughter 12 minutes before. What happened during those 12 minutes for her to go missing out of you all's sight? What? The police report and the autopsy placed her loss of life in a category of accident. So the family informs everyone, not us, but everyone else that they're speaking with, that, informs everyone else that they don't have to speak with us or anything. Really? So let me understand this. In the state of Minnesota, you can take someone's child, lose them, they die, and you get off scot-free with just a slap on the wrist or nothing. Where is the accountability to the adults that you leave your child in the care of? Yes, it may have been an accident, but what kind of accident? Was it neglect from the...
Abcdee's family deserves to know the truth. They need to know everything that happened. And why isn't this family willing to give them that? It's something so simple. Just tell them what happened to their child. But it looks like they're not saying anything. Please pay attention.
I want some answers. How y'all gonna just up and disappear? You don't do that. You stop being the coward you are and bring yourself to me and answer what happened to my daughter.
Anyone who knows what happened to Abcdee at that lake, please get in touch with her family. They deserve to know the truth, and Abcdee deserves justice. Now, I'm sorry, but there's no way that they aren't telling, or that they, don't have more information that they're not coming forward with. Okay, and why are they not talking to the family? That's absolutely crazy. You took their child, and you don't have the decency to say, I'm sorry, to express remorse or condolences that something like this happened to her while she was in your care. That makes no sense. But you know what? It reminds me of something. Please pay attention. This is what it reminds me of right here. This is what it reminds me of. Do you all remember the story of Kwawan Bobby Charles? You all remember that story? My day ones, you all remember I reported on this? Kwawan Bobby Charles. How many of you remember that story? I put the ones in the chat if you do. Because this happened in October of 2020. The day before Halloween. You know, when they perform rituals, people who engage in witchcraft and things like that, they have these, and people who are wanton supremacists perform these rituals on or right before Halloween. Now, let's talk about it for those of you who missed this story. So, 15-year-old Kwawan Bobby Charles, a black teen whose body was found in a sugarcane in November. Janet Irving, 37 years old, and her minor son, who was 17, who was a friend of Bobby's, they went and picked him up. Charles's parents were not at home at the time, but they went and picked him up from his father's home. And then all of a sudden, he turns up dead in a sugarcane field. Now, police had previously released a video showing the moment they said Charles voluntarily left his home with the two people, that being the mother and her 17-year-old son, who was supposed to be Bobby's friend. The video appears to show someone sitting on the edge of a road in front of a home as a silver car drives by. The person then started running after the car, and the car returned to the home soon after. Police said 3 people, including Bobby Charles, got out of the car and went into the backyard before returning to the car and driving away. The family has alleged that police brushed off their concerns when they first reported their son missing, speculating that he was at a football game. Well, why did they think he was at a football game? Who told them that? Police said in a statement that they were not notified of Charles's disappearance until the afternoon of November the 3rd. Charles was found dead later that night in a drainage ditch in a sugarcane field, or at a sugarcane field in Lauraville, 30 minutes from his home. Attorneys for the Charles family told CBS News in December that they had obtained an audio recording in which a woman they say is Irving, that's the mother that picked the son up, admitted to not calling the police right after he ran away from her house. Yes, I should have called the cops. I should have went further. This is what you can hear her saying on the radio. On the recording. Now, for those of you that saw the initial story, I absolutely played the audio for you. The family also alleged that Irvin's son told a private investigator that he and Charles did some drugs in their home, in the Irvin's home. Did he smoke something or did he? I mean, the investigator can be heard asking the question. Yeah, he smoked some weed. That was it. Ronald Haley and Chase Tritchell, attorneys for the Charles family, believed at the time that there was enough evidence to arrest Irvin on a slew of charges. It was their private investigator who recorded the conversation. She knew something was wrong and did nothing. It speaks volumes as to what her involvement was in the case. Now, the sheriff's office said at the time that it did not know about the recording. That information, they say, had not been shared. So the local organization Stand Black called for Irvin's arrest. Okay. And then she was finally arrested. But here's the thing. They picked this boy up from his father's home, took him off to their house, didn't get permission from the parents. And then they said that he left walking. They said, oh, he just ran out of there. He left walking or whatever. Well, here's the thing. If you picked him up, why didn't you take him home? Why would you allow him to leave walking? That's the first thing that was suspicious to me. The next thing that I found was suspicious was the fact that one of the neighbors or a friend of the son said that they smelled bleach in the Irvin's car the next day. Said they were cleaning out their car with bleach. And you could smell the bleach. It was very strong. Why would they be cleaning out their car with bleach? Sounds like they were trying to cover up something. Maybe some DNA evidence, fingerprints, who knows? But I find that very suspicious. And then they said that they later said that Bobby had smoked some shroom or taken some shrooms or something like that. Okay. I'm sorry, where did he get the shrooms or the weed from, if that were true? And they found him face down in that sugarcane field. I find it very suspicious. Okay. Now I'm telling you, this is similar to me because here we have a black teenager being picked up by a white teen that's supposedly their friend and their mother, never to return home alive again. The same thing that happened to Bobby Charles. I find it all so interesting. And let's not forget the story of Jason Smith, 13 years old from Louisiana, who went to a lake with about 8 people who he thought were his friends. And he turned up dead in that lake. And his father was given a call by the police while he was in California and told that his son was deceased. And he asked them not to touch his son's body until he got there. And when he got back to town, well, that's when he said he went to see his son's body. And they told him his son had drowned in the lake. Said that he jumped in after drinking a Red Bull. His father didn't believe it because he said his son couldn't swim. So there's no way he would have jumped voluntarily into a lake. But another thing is, the father said that when he went to view his son's body, that his face showed that he had been beaten. There was bruising on his face. He also said that his son had been raped. And also his organs were missing. And one of the people who was there at the lake, supposedly, well, their father is an FBI agent, which is similar to what happened with Kenneth Johnson down there in Valdosta, Georgia. Remember, they said he got rolled up in the mats in the gym. But according to the video in the school, the last 2 people you see going in or out were the 2 white brothers. And their father also was an FBI agent. I'm just saying, I find this all very interesting. I find this all very interesting. Her father spoke to her. Abcdee's father spoke to her, got off the phone with her at 4:49. At 5:02 p.m., there was a call made to the police about a teen missing in the lake. Now, I'm sorry, but if she had on a life jacket while she was on the pontoon boat, why would she then take it off to get into the water? How does that even make sense? If she didn't want to wear the vest in the water, why would she want to wear it on the boat? And why isn't this family talking to her family, expressing any type of condolences and saying to people that they don't have to talk to them? Now, y'all don't find that suspicious? Y'all don't find that suspicious? Andrea said, what about the little black girl who got burned? Well, I remember a black boy who got burned. Now, I don't know if you got the stories mixed up, or is this another story? Because I remember a black boy getting burned, you know, a large percentage of his body when he was at his white friend's house. I also remember an 11-year-old black boy getting shot and killed when he spent the night with his white friend and their family. And the police ruled it an accident. They said that the 11-year-old that lived there accidentally shot him. And so no charges were pressed or anything like that. Like, make this all make sense. Make it all make sense. Then let's not forget the 18-year-old black teen who went to a party at this white man's house and ended up dead in the man's attic, I do believe it was. Shot. Yeah, he was shot in the head, I think. And they said that they gave some crazy excuse. It didn't even make sense. So I'm just saying, this is all very suspicious, okay, at the end of the day. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, all white people will take your kids off somewhere and do something to them. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is salt and sugar look just alike. All right, please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, listen to this. 8 Las Vegas high schoolers face murder charges in their classmate's death. Here's what we know. So 8 Las Vegas high school students between the ages of 13 and 17 years old were arrested on murder charges in the beating death of a classmate that was captured on cell phone video and widely shared across social media. Jonathan Lewis Jr., age 17, was hospitalized with severe head trauma and other injuries after the November the 1st attack and died a week later, according to police. The fight appeared to be over a pair of headphones and a vape pen, according to police, and the students had agreed to walk to an alleyway around the corner from the campus to fight after classes ended that day at Rancho High School in eastern Las Vegas. Now, this all sounds very suspicious to me. Let me see if I can find a video report of this. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Okay, here we go. Excuse me.
We turn now to the shocking beating death of a Las Vegas high school student. 8 teenagers between the ages of 13 and 17 have been charged with murder 2 weeks after the brutal attack on their classmate. CBS's Carter Evans has the video that may be difficult to watch.
Cell phone video shows a group of teens attacking 17-year-old Jonathan Lewis Jr.
10 subjects immediately swarm him, pull him to the ground, and begin kicking, punching, and stomping on him.
Investigators say the beating occurred in an alley just a block from their high school in Las Vegas. A fight over a pair of stolen headphones and possibly a marijuana vape pen. The teenage attackers left Lewis lying on the ground, unconscious.
A citizen nearby saw him, began attending to him, and carried him back to Rancho High School.
He died 6 days later from blunt force trauma.
It's obviously your parents' worst nightmare.
Jonathan Lewis Sr. held his son's hand while he was on life support.
There's just an absolute need for the community to begin teaching conflict resolution for our children.
The Clark County Sheriff says 8 of the 10 suspects are already in custody facing murder charges. The DA says the 4 oldest teens will be tried as adults. The rest could face the same fate after a court hearing.
This should be a reminder to all of us to have those difficult conversations with our children. Their actions have life-altering consequences.
When you go and you harm somebody else, you're just, all that you're doing is letting down everyone around you, because you're the one that's going to end up with your life messed up.
Now, there's no evidence that this was a hate crime, and investigators say Lewis wasn't there to fight. He just jumped in to help a friend, and sadly, it cost him his life. Nora.
Carter Evans, thank you very much.
Very sad indeed. Yes, the youngest was 13. So anyway, that's a very sad story at the end of the day. Now, I take it that some of these students were not white because they said that there's no evidence that it was a hate crime. So why would they mention a hate crime unless some of these students were non-white? Now, we couldn't see from the video, we couldn't really see what they looked like because they had their faces blurred out, of course. I just wonder who these teens were. At the end of the day, this is all so crazy. Teenagers out here acting like animals. The youngest one, a 13-year-old. C-Stan said more kids dying. Yep, absolutely. Reggie said they say that all the time. Claudette said, right, Queen. I was thinking the same thing. This is all crazy. Vince I am said, exactly, Queen. So, just very sad. Now that man's son is deceased. But let me continue. Now, I forgot to mention this to you all. So, they also said that Cassie's husband, Alex Fine, shows support after she accuses Sean Diddy Combs of rape and physical abuse. Cassie's husband supported her via social media just hours after the news broke that the singer, age 37, accused Sean Diddy Combs, age 54, of rape and physically abusing her for years. They say the personal trainer, Alex Fine, age 30, subtly shared a photo from the couple's wedding day via Instagram, simply adding a red heart emoji. The snapshot was deleted soon after. Appeared to be a repost from a past Instagram that came out in August of 2022. And here are the pictures he shared. Nisa Q said, I hope she stays safe. I hope she does too. I hope she does too, beloved. Because I can guarantee you right about now, Diddy is fuming. Please pay attention. That's Cassie and her husband. That's them on their wedding day. Beautiful picture, if you ask me. So anyway, Reggie said Diddy's going to settle. You know what? He likely will. Because here's the thing. Does he really want all of this to come out in court? Does he really want all of this to come out in court? Vince I am said the way Cassie got married fast and then had kids, Then had kids after leaving Diddy Bop. Says a lot. Not Diddy Bop. King Lejeune said, plotting as he always does. You already know, beloved. I absolutely believe it. Okay. Cyrus says, Queen has some cool earrings on. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. RG Titan says, I wonder if Keefe D implicated Diddy in Pac's deletion. Well, yes, he already has, beloved. He said that Diddy offered them $1 million to do the deed and said that Diddy and Faith Evans knew about it, and that when it was done, the deed that is, that he reported to Diddy and Faith Evans that it was done. However, he said Biggie didn't know anything about it. That's what Keefe D said. Now, I don't know if he's telling the truth. I'm just telling you what he said. And absolutely, he implicated Diddy. Okay? Absolutely. So Rachel said it was a matter of time his past would catch up. He has grown daughters that he does not want, and he does not want his daughters to hear. Hold on. Chat's moving quick. Hear his nasty, devilish ways. Absolutely. Didn't Diddy offer Cassie money and she turned it down? Well, yes, that's what she says. That's what it says in the lawsuit, beloved. That he offered her 8 figures. Now, of course, Diddy, his team is denying that. His attorney says that, in fact, Cassie was asking for $30 million for the past 6 months and saying that if she didn't get it, she was going to write a tell-all book about their relationship. So at the end of the day, this is all nefarious, and it's going to get even worse. Please just sit back and pay attention. Okay? It's going to get even worse. Now all this old stuff's being dug up. Okay? We'll see where it all goes. But as for now, I believe everything Cassie said. Okay? So with that all being said, now listen. I want you all to hear this because it's all so nefarious. This is all so nefarious. Please pay attention. They say the body of a man was found in a suitcase. I mean, what is up with people taking people's lives, hiding them in refrigerators? Okay, all of this crazy stuff that we've been hearing for the past few days. So let's talk about it. Now, authorities in California this week. Now, remember, it was just the other day that I reported to you about 2 days ago about the woman and her parents coming up missing. And then the husband, Samuel Bond, what's his last name? Samuel Bond Haskell, right? The fourth, saying that he was taken into custody because the wife and her family came up missing and they found her torso or found a torso. They don't know whose it belongs to, but it was a woman's torso found in a dumpster in a parking lot. And then landscapers who came to Haskell's home, because he asked them to remove some bags or whatever, they found body parts in the bag. And that's what led the police to him. So this is all crazy. Then there was a man whose deceased girlfriend was found in his refrigerator. What's really going on? Months ago, there was a body found in a blue barrel at the beach. You all remember that? Now, authorities in California this week were seeking the public's help to solve the killing of a man whose body was found in fetal position, wrapped in a blanket and stuffed in a suitcase. The Oakland Police Department released the identity of the victim found by volunteers on Halloween as 23-year-old Gabriel Gomez Raimundo. His body was found in a blue suitcase floating in Lake Merritt in the 1900 block of Lakeshore Avenue, according to authorities. This was on Halloween. Please pay attention. Now, OPD is asking for the community's assistance with information about Mr. Gomez Raimundo's death, where he, if you have any information about his death, where he lived, worked, or associates, etc., as well as any tips surrounding his demise. Now, officials were offering a reward of up to $10,000 for information leading to the arrest in this homicide. Details about the cause and manner of death have not yet been revealed, and police asked anyone with information to contact the Oakland Police Department Homicide Section at 510-238-3821 or call the tip line at 510-238-7950. Police began investigating the suspicious death before 11 a.m. on October the 31st. Now, the Communications Division received a call reporting a body in the 1900 block of Lakeshore Avenue. Once there, officers found the victim with unknown injuries and requested medical assistance. Homicide investigators arrived and launched a probe. Oakland Police Captain Alan Yu told Bay Area Fox affiliate KTVU then that investigators didn't know who the victim was and had scant information. They say part of the investigation was trying to determine where the body could have floated from. It could have been any part of the lake, and we're looking at all of those possible outcomes, they say. Authorities have since learned that the man was from Guatemala and had lived in the country for about 8 years. The paper reported that he appeared to be homeless. Volunteers found the partially submerged suitcase on Halloween while cleaning a store. They said we were like, wow, this thing is heavy. This is what volunteer Kevin Schmomo, age 71, said. Normally we see luggage in the lake and sometimes it's full of clothes, but nothing like this. First of all, who's throwing luggage in a lake? This is all crazy. I mean, with clothes in it. We're not talking about this dead body. Now, they opened the suitcase, saw a man covered in a sheet, and immediately called 911. This is all nefarious. Okay? This is all crazy. Now, I'm going to be following up this story because I want to know what happened. And also, speaking of following up on stories, you all remember the beautiful woman that I told you about who got, who lost her life in front of her own children? With her boyfriend, on and off boyfriend that she had been dating since high school, and she had 2 children by him. And he did this. He shot her in front of her children, in front of 3 of the children. Well, the police have caught him because remember, he went on the run. So the police now have him in custody, okay? And he's charged with her murder. Hopefully he'll get everything that he deserves and then some. So in other news, man with fake FBI badge and BB gun arrested for shooting at a car in a road rage incident. Fake FBI badge. So they say a man who allegedly had a fake FBI badge and a BB gun has been arrested after a road rage incident involving shots being fired at a passing vehicle. Now, on Wednesday morning at approximately 10:20 a.m., when officers in Michigan were dispatched to a report of possible gunshots being fired during a road rage incident, they say that they found this man there with fake information. Okay, dispatch received a call from a motorist who claimed that a male occupant of a white Toyota SUV shot at his vehicle on Mound Road. And as the victim was attempting to pass the subject, he started firing. The victim also reported that the male subject also displayed a gold law enforcement type badge to him during this incident. Now, the alleged victim provided police with a description of the suspect and his vehicle, and authorities in the area were able to make contact with the motorist as he was traveling southbound on Mound Road, just north of 13 Mile Road, according to police. Officers effected a traffic stop on the Toyota and made contact with the lone male occupant driver. They say that the officers located a BB pellet gun inside the suspect's vehicle, along with an FBI badge and credentials. During the arrest, the suspect made admissions to being involved in a road rage incident. Police confirmed that they had arrested a 55-year-old from Southfield, Michigan, but have not yet disclosed his identity to the public. Well, I wonder why. I wonder why. And so the Warren Police Department also said that nobody was injured during the road rage incident and that the firearm used in the altercation was a BB or pellet gun only. Following the incident, Commissioner William Dwyer stated that we are very fortunate that nobody was injured during this senseless incident. Too often we see minor traffic issues turn into incidents where guns are produced and people are seriously injured or killed. If you feel you are encountering a hostile driver, the best thing to do is pull over and call 911. Taking matters into your own hands and road raging with other motorists is not a good outcome. It's never a good outcome, they say. So anyway, I just find this all interesting. This is absolutely nefarious. So people are out here on the roads acting like, it's a shootout at the OK Corral and all of this foolishness. It's really just crazy. Now let's talk about the mistrial that a judge has declared, pertaining to Brett Hankinson. and the Breonna Taylor case. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this. Lights up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance.
I'm Major Garrett. We're following breaking news. A judge has declared a mistrial in the case of a former Louisville police officer who blindly discharged his firearm the night Breonna Taylor was killed. Let's go now to CBS News correspondent Roxana Saberi. Roxana, what more do we know?
Well, Major, just moments ago, the court declared a mistrial. The jury was discharged after it declared that after 3 full days of deliberations, it was deadlocked. Now, they had gone into deliberations late Monday after a 2-week trial for Brett Hankinson. The former Louisville police detective is facing federal charges related to depriving Breonna Taylor, her boyfriend, and her neighbors of their constitutional rights by using unreasonable force in a botched raid back in 2020. Now, you may remember Hankinson and 3 other officers forced their way into Taylor's apartment that night while executing a drug search warrant. Taylor's boyfriend, who was home at the time, said he thought that they were intruders and that he fired his gun in self-defense, striking one of the officers in the leg. The officers fired back. Hankinson was accused of firing 10 bullets blindly through Taylor's window and door. He didn't fire the bullet that killed Taylor, but his gunfire pierced a neighboring apartment where a family slept. Now, on the last day of his trial here, Hankinson admitted that before firing his gun that night, he couldn't see through Taylor's cupboard windows, but he did see muzzle flashes. If he had been convicted here, he could have faced up to life in prison. Major.
Roxana, what are the next steps, legally speaking, for Hankinson?
Well, there was a request by the prosecution today to poll the jury before they leave here today, perhaps to see why they were deadlocked. The judge said she would consider it. We know that another hearing is now set for December 13th to decide next steps.
And Roxana, as I understand it, 3 other officers are also facing charges. What effect, if any, does this have on them?
Yeah, it's not clear if it will have any effect on them, but they are facing federal charges. One had drafted the drug search warrant to search Taylor's apartment back in 2020. Prosecutors say Joshua James knowingly included false information in the warrant application. Now, he is awaiting trial for charges including falsification of records and depriving Taylor's civil rights. Another former detective has pleaded guilty to helping James, and the 3rd former detective also faces federal charges tied to that warrant application. By the way, Major, drugs were never found in Taylor's apartment.
With all the crucial details, Roxana Saberi, thank you very much.
I mean, is anyone surprised? Is anyone even remotely surprised? Because I'm not. Okay? I'm not at all. In order for the gun to go off, you have to pull the trigger. Watch their wording. Exactly. Reggie said, oh, that warrant was false. Yes, it absolutely was. It absolutely was. Okay? Not only that, one of the officers lied to the postal inspector about suspicious packages coming for Breonna Taylor. Just a whole bunch of BS at the end of the day. I'm not surprised either, Jay Great. A check for those who check for you said they did this on purpose. Absolutely they did. I'm convinced. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about Azealia Banks. Female rapper says she will vote for Trump because she believes you absolutely need guns. So to go on to say, American rapper Azealia Banks said that she believes getting canceled makes you cool and expressed support for the Second Amendment during an interview with The Standard. The 32-year-old, who has been known to make some controversial statements and at times has feuded with other celebrities, explained that as the new technocratic class takes over, they accrue wealth, and it serves as a stark contrast to what that wealth will actually be worth in the event of a nuclear fallout or a meteor hitting the earth. This, she argued, means you absolutely need guns. She sounds crazy. I mean, you do need guns, but the rest of it sounds crazy. But let me continue. Banks moved from Los Angeles to Miami in 2021 and said she feels way safer in a state where everyone has a gun. Because of that, she said she will be voting for Trump in 2024. She also discussed the culture war and the influence of big tech, emphasizing the importance of free speech. For Banks, the journey out of the culture war is a journey out of big tech and towards a world where something like freedom of speech is no longer politicized. She mentioned former President Trump as an example of someone who says and does what they want. She said, he's effing funny. He's been through how many bankruptcies, how many wives, how many television shows? Seriously, nothing can take him down. She also told the Standard that free speech has only ever been afforded to white men. But yeah, that sounds about right. Now, in addition, she thanked Gen Z for promoting cancel culture, calling it her biggest effing blessing. As saying, if you don't get canceled, you're not like cool. But she did say there was a tipping point when shock culture moves into stupidity, adding that sometimes you deserve to reap what you sow. Does anyone have any thoughts on Azealia Banks? Anyone? Maud Egypt said, Azalea weird. Terry Hint says, I remember the story of Azalea boiling her cat. Yeah, witch. I remember that too. When the poor cat died, yeah, it's all crazy. Okay, I don't fool with her myself. I don't fool with her. Okay, hey, Buckhorse DC. But hold on. Somebody says, hold on. Deborah Dad says, so we're voting for a president because he's funny? Get the F out of here. Nisa Q said, Pet Cemetery. RG Titan said, typical of Azalea, shaking my head. Right. And she also, just so you know, has not only praised Trump, but she's praised Governor Ron DeSantis. Yeah, because she likes those guns that they're able to carry in Florida. So, Legal Eyes Freedom said, Trump is for red flag laws. He is anti-Second Amendment. Danielle said she boiled her cat. Yes, when the cat died, she absolutely did. She showed a video of it. I mean, it was in the pot and all that. It's all sick. Okay? Miss Hotel said she's a clout chaser too. Absolutely, she is. Absolutely. Lillian X said crazy. Help her. Queen Sam said trying to stay relevant. Yes. Ray Williams said, Queen, that was my first wife. Look out. Honey, if your first wife was Azealia Banks, I have several questions, Ray Williams. Please pay attention. Okay, Sandra Too Much says, Trump not a part of the nefarious lineage, and I never heard of the girl. Yeah, she's nobody. Trust me when I tell you. Okay, she's absolutely nobody. But for those of you who don't know who she is, let me put her picture up here. Hold on, did I delete it already? I think I deleted it. Sorry. And so anyway, with that all being said, ex-Pentagon police officer gets decades in prison for killing two men that he shot in the back for breaking into cars in his building. A 42-year-old former Pentagon police officer will spend more than 2 decades behind bars for killing two men in April of 2021, shooting them in the parking lot of his Maryland condominium complex as they were driving away from him because he allegedly saw them breaking into a car. Excuse me. Now, Montgomery County Circuit Court Judge Michael Mason on Thursday ordered David H. Dixon to serve a sentence of 25 years in the state correctional facility for the slayings of 32-year-old Dominic Williams and 38-year-old James Lionel Johnson. Dixon pleaded guilty in September to 2 counts of second-degree murder for killing Williams and Johnson. Now, the driver of the Lexus that Dixon shot at, Michael Thomas, survived the attack and was the key witness as authorities built their case against Dixon. Dixon also pleaded guilty to 1 count of first-degree assault for shooting at and nearly hitting Thomas as he drove away from the apartment complex parking lot. Dixon initially told investigators the suspects almost ran him over. His defense attorneys asserted Dixon shot at the car in self-defense because the vehicle was coming toward him. Now, detectives determined that Dixon opened fire only after he was behind the vehicle and no longer in danger, striking both victims with fatal shots to the back. Prosecutors with the Montgomery County State's Office, with the Montgomery County State's Attorney's Office described Dixon as a reckless vigilante who opened fire without justification, according to a recent court filing obtained by the Washington Post. Now, Mr. Williams and Mr. Johnson should be alive today. If they were committing an offense, there are penalties for their misdeeds. Exactly. I mean, just call the police. Why would you kill somebody over a car? And when you weren't in danger, I'm just saying. Now, the defendant murdered James Johnson and Dominique Williams by shooting them both in the back. The filing documents stated that before the double murder, Dixon had been caught on security camera footage pointing a shotgun at a homeless woman who was in the lobby of the condominium complex. So apparently he was trigger happy. Okay, some overzealous idiot. Now, right, and clearly a racist, in my opinion. Now, as previously reported by the media, the footage showed the then officer for the Pentagon Force Protection Agency wearing flip-flops in the lobby of the building and pointing a rifle at a homeless woman. Dixon was cleared of any wrongdoing in the incident in 2020. Now, Dixon went to trial earlier this year for the shootings, but the jury failed to come back with a verdict. However, prosecutors continue to pursue the charges. Before Judge Mason handed down the multi-decade sentence, Dixon apologized to the family of the victims. Yeah, I'm sure he is sorry. He says, "I am remorseful. I'll be remorseful for the rest of my life. I'll take full responsibility for my actions. I instinctively reacted given my law enforcement training. I'm sorry to the families. My heart aches for the families." He also added that on April the 7th, he says, I failed, and I have the deepest sense of remorse for the families. Well, here's the thing. He said that he was used to acting that way as an officer. Given my law enforcement training, I instinctively reacted given my law enforcement training. So is he saying that he was trained to shoot people in the backs? That it's okay to take people's lives if you think they're committing a crime? Yeah, that's apparently what he was trained. I just want you all to pay attention to that. Because he really told us without telling us that the police will absolutely shoot you in the back or shoot you dead when there's no need to even do so. That's basically what I heard. How about y'all? So anyway, here he is right here. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see his picture. This is all bad. Okay, so that's him right there, David Nixon. Here's one of the victims, James Johnson. I'm sorry, that's both of them. They look alike. I thought it was actually the same person. So James Johnson on the left and Dominique Williams on the right. Yeah, he was racist. That's what he was. Absolutely, he was racist. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you all this video, and just so you know, so no one's put it in the chat, oh, no volume, I can't hear it. Here's the thing. I'm going to show you all this video because I want you all's thoughts on this. So this father shows up at his child's birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese, and the mother of his child calls the police. Now, she says she has a restraining order against him. So she calls the police, and I want to know you all's thoughts on this. Now, mind you, I muted some of the first part of the video because they're playing music in the background inside of Chuck E. Cheese. And I don't need any copyright issues with the screw tube. So I did mute it, but I'll tell you what's going on. The father of the child and his girlfriend, his new girlfriend, obviously, they walk into Chuck E. Cheese and they have a gift bag in their hand and they're looking for the child. And he's saying, "Where's the baby? Where's the baby?" And then the baby's mom says, You're not supposed to be here. You all can't be here. Okay, you have a warrant, by the way, and I have a restraining order. And he's still trying to talk to her, and she's saying, "I don't want to talk to you." And he's like, "But it's our child's birthday." She's not trying to hear any of it. So I want to know what you all think. Now, I'm not saying she was right or wrong. She did have a restraining order. So let me just share my screen.
Don't talk to me.
I just want to
I
get
don't want to
baby.
talk.
Come
It
on,
don't
man.
matter.
That ain't even
Guys,
necessary.
don't matter. Don't talk to me either. You definitely. And you. You so mad.
Don't
no,
be-
I'm not.
don't-
I'm not be mad at that.
Don't be childish. Come on, this for the baby.
You
Kaylee,
don't want it.
Kaylee,
You know
this
what I'm
is
gonna
for
do
the
with this?
baby.
I'm gonna trash it.
Don't get
Here
me
go.
mad. Don't
Here
get me
go.
mad. Hey, you ain't got no say so.
Excuse
where
me,
the baby
officer.
at?
You have a warrant. My name is Kaylee Jones. You're mad because this is my birthmark.
Kaylee.
This is my birthmark.
Well,
That's your
talk to
boyfriend
you.
that
Let me
stole my
talk.
husband.
Kaylee, let me talk to you.
Can you come now, officer? They're harassing me. I'm scared for my life in the parking lot at my daughter's birthday party.
Nobody's harassing you. Come on now, stop that. Nobody's harassing you. Come on.
My name is Kaylee Jones. I have a
Kaylee.
restraining order on
Kaylee.
Bijan Jones. His name is Bijan Christian Jones.
Kaylee, come on, that ain't even necessary.
I'm serious. We just
That ain't necessary.
I don't want you to see her. It's for the love of your
Okay,
It's
well-
okay. She's great. It's for your daughter.
Well-
He's 31 years old. His birthday.
You blowing up the spot.
He has a warrant already for his arrest. Go pick him up. You gotta go.
Kaylee, you blowing up the spot for nothing. You blowing up the spot. This is for your daughter.
They're harassing me.
Let her get her stuff and then
Record,
leave.
Shantae, record. Where's the baby?
Come on, Shantae.
Let's live on Shantae.
Shantae, pull off now. Pull off now. Pull off. What are you doing? That ain't so good.
No, 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 no.
Can you please come, officer, now? I'm getting harassed in the parking lot. But people, I can't. They're following my
Officer,
daughter's
come on, before I can
birthday
talk
party.
to you.
Camera on me. If I got a warrant, she must have lied again.
You can't be involved.
If I got a
Okay,
warrant, you must have
come on,
lied again.
officer,
You
before I
had
can
your law
talk
in
to you.
court.
I have a stalker.
Come on, officer, before I can talk to you.
Oh yeah, you forgot? You mad because I took you down.
Stupid. Keep him news. Yeah, don't act stupid. Don't act loose now. Don't act loose.
Hey, don't run now. Everybody on the way.
Oh, got your bucket?
Okay, so what do you all think about that? I find it all so nefarious. Check for those who check for you said she's big mad. Yeah, she absolutely is. Jennifer said no boundaries. Poor child parents are foolish. That's pretty weak. Well, the mother's foolish. I'll say that much. Okay. Jonah says, I guess that order don't work too well. She's doing too much, said Reggie. Way too much. Absolutely. He must not be afraid of going to jail, says Rachel. This is all ghetto, says Mr. Hotel. Tasty Cake said she was doing too much and he had the nerve to bring his girlfriend to the child's B-Day party. That was insane. Reggie said the child is going to suffer. Just Biz said, hold on. Mom is emotionally adolescent, says Root Trackers. Okay, absolutely. Just Biz said, take the gift and tell them to keep it pushing. Here's the thing. I absolutely think that she was doing too much. Okay? That crazy bitch era said so ghetto. Silent D said, just let him see his daughter. Morris Sam said he should not have showed up. No, Michael M. She's just light-skinned, beloved. She's just a light-skinned black woman. Vince I Am says, hold on. Why did he show up with his new girlfriend? Why is the mother calling the popo? I don't know. But here's the thing. Dad says that he and the girlfriend were doing the most. Respect the restraining order and take it to court. Okay. Yes, she was doing too much, says Alberta. Jay Gray said, imagine how she would act once he marries the girlfriend. Let me tell you all something. Corey said, I think she was more upset about the woman coming than him. That's what it was. Let me just tell you all something. I don't think that man was doing too much. Now, if I were him, I would have just brought the gifts and dropped them off if I was even going to show up. But you heard someone saying, when she said he has a warrant, he said, then she must have lied again, implying that she's lied before. And judging from her demeanor and the way she was carrying on, she's probably lied. Absolutely. She probably lied to get that restraining order. She sounds and looks like a bitter ace baby mama. She sounds like a bitter baby mama. Here's the thing. You know she's a liar. I'm pretty sure that she lied to get that restraining order against him. Why do I think that? Well, She was lying on the video. Did you all not hear her? She was lying. She's the one doing too much. I'm out here in the parking lot. He has a restraining order and I'm out here. I'm fearing for my life. They're harassing me. I fear for my life. Karen. She's a whole Karen. A black one. She said that she feared for her life. For what? Why is she fearing for her life? All they were asking is, where's the child? And about his baby or about his new girlfriend showing up, I don't see anything wrong with that. I've dated a man before who had a child and a baby mama. And when the child had a birthday party, he brought me to the birthday party. And I brought gifts for the child. The only reason that would be a problem is if the baby mama is a hater and jealous. I mean, when you're done with somebody and they're done with you, you should know that they're going to have somebody else eventually. And quite frankly, I believe that she likely got that restraining order so he couldn't see his child because she doesn't want that child around that new girlfriend. She's just a hater and mad and pressed. That's what it is. I'm convinced. I've seen these types before, you see. I've seen these types before. I know how they roll, and that's what she is. Okay? That's what she is. All right? So, Kenyatta said, I never had issues with the child's mother in my past experience. Exactly. Okay? Now, I've had a party for my son, for my younger son, and his father brought his new girlfriend. I didn't care. Why would I be mad unless I'm pressed? Unless I want that man back. Why would I be mad? Okay? Alberta said, yes, Queen, undoubtedly. Okay? Absolutely. So she's probably just a bitter, hating baby mom who's using her child against him. She won't let him see the child. And then you know she was doing too much when he had the gifts and she said she was going to trash them. What kind of mother does that? That's taken away from your child. Now, even if you don't like the father, she could have at least said, listen, you know you're not supposed to be here. I have a restraining order. So therefore, I'm going to ask you to leave. Just sit the gifts over there with the rest of them. She could have just done that. She immediately resorts to calling the police and lying. They're here harassing me. I have a restraining order. His name is so-and-so. His age is so-and-so. I'm in fear for my life. Sit down somewhere, girl. You're just a whole hater and you bitter as hell. See, those are the things you need to worry about when you're dating somebody who has a baby mama. Okay? You have to worry about those type of things. Okay? Because these women get all mad and bent out of shape because the man no longer wants them. He even said it. Okay? He even said it. Did he not say something about he left her or whatever? And she was clearly oppressed. That's why the new girlfriend said, ooh, you're really mad. Because she really was. Okay? She really was. And so, D-Man said, damn, she's scared for her life. That's what she said, honey, a whole Karen. Okay, I'm scared for my life. They're harassing me. They're not harassing you. They're asking you if they can see the child and trying to give you the gifts they bought. But you said you would trash the gifts. Vince I am said nothing passes by the queen, so pay attention. Thank you, beloved. Okay, this is all crazy. Alberta said might take stuff out on the child. Seeing that too. Shaking my head. Exactly. You never know what these bitter, salty ass baby moms will do. Remember the baby mother who was mad because the man left her and she drowned her child? Or she didn't drown the child, but she posted a video of her holding the child by the feet, dunking it into a tub full of water. Do you all remember that? But let's not forget the other baby mom who did kill both of her children because the father left her. So she killed both of her children. She stabbed them to death. Some of these bitter baby mamas need to sit down somewhere is all I'm saying. These will be the same ones. Now, she wanted to trash those gifts, but be the same ones complaining about child support. I'm sorry, say what? Just all crazy. Queen, I was in love with that woman and she left me for nothing. All because she's still in love with her baby daddy. Well, I'm sorry, Ray Williams, that happened to you, beloved, but those are the breaks. Okay, those are the breaks. Okay, a lot of baby mamas are still in love with their baby's daddies. Pay attention. And they get mad and butthurt and bent out of shape when the man doesn't want them anymore. Okay? The end of the day, that's what they do. Anyway, it must be hella pressing to be jilted. It must be hella pressing to be jilted. I've never had anyone break up with me. I always do the breaking up. That's how that goes. No one's ever broken up with me, honey. And after I break up with them, they always come back trying to stalk me and all that. And I'm not even lying. It's true. It's true. Now, I had to get a restraining order for somebody once, but that's because they were really stalking me. We didn't have children together, but they were just stalking me and mad because I didn't want them. So, but that lady right there, she was a hoe hater and clearly pressed. Okay? My exes have all stalked me. It's no lie. They have all stalked me, each and every last one. Morris Sam said they always come back. Lana L said they should come back. Timber Dad said, Queen, you're a heartbreaker. Miss Hotel said, that's exactly how it goes, Queen. As a matter of fact, I'm currently with my ex now. One of them that came back. Oh, but anyway, I digress. Check for those who check for you said yams. Reggie said, say it ain't so. Monica said, these are the breaks. Y'all too much. Michael M said, Queen is a legend in her whole mind. LOL. Mr. Hotel said, Queen, sit down, okay? Reggie said, see, I can't go back. You can't go back, Reggie. Atlanta L said, Reggie went back to Ashanti. Exactly. All right? I absolutely cannot. And so anyway, let me get started with the trivia, honey, because y'all got me up here laughing. I almost forgot that it was Trivia Friday. Okay, so let's get it popping. Let's get it popping, honey. All right. Poetical Win says that's because Queen thicker than a snicker. Y'all are something else. Vince I Am said, Alexa, play Foolish by Ashanti. Timber Dad said, Alexa, play Irreplaceable by Beyonce. Hold on. Ray Williams said, poor old me. She done me in. My Ford broke down, so she quit me. Ray Williams, I'm sorry, beloved. I'm sorry that happened to you. You must still be traumatized, no less. Oh, this is all so crazy. This is all so crazy. Timber Dan said the first question of trivia is, first off, name all the Queen's boyfriends. Oh, this is all crazy. Okay, so let's get started. Y'all are doing the most right about now, just like that woman was. Okay, so Mr. Hotel said, Ray, sit down and save it for the red table talk with Jada. Speaking of Jada, actually speaking of Will, Cardi B came out. Did you all see the video that Cardi B did? Basically talking about Tasha K and that interview about Will. Cardi said that she was tricked a couple of weeks ago. Remember when Tasha K apologized and Cardi accepted? Well, Cardi said she feels like she was tricked. She said some people will never change. And she said all of these people saying all of these things about Will Smith, she feels like they pick on him. Well, here's what I want to say about that. People absolutely do say things about Will at the end of the day, and Will pretty much minds his own business. Now, The only thing that I didn't agree with Will on was him slapping Chris Rock. But people do continuously go in on Will. Okay? They absolutely do. And at the end of the day, do people not ever stop to think about people's mental health? Do people really? When people are online trolling and saying things about people and all of that, do they not ever think about these people's mental health? I have questions. Lillian X said Dwayne picked on him all right. Y'all are low down. So, at the end of the day, Stacey said they don't care. No, they clearly don't. I would feel bad if things that I said, words that came out of my mouth, caused someone to feel so bad, about themselves that they did something to themselves. I'm not saying that Will would, but I'm just saying, how do they know that? How do they not know that some of the things that people are saying and all of that don't affect people's mental health? Seriously. I mean, even if Will is, if it's true what that man said, at the end of the day, do y'all don't think Jada knows that? If it's true, don't y'all think Jada knows it? If she's not complaining, why should we? That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I digress. Let's get on with the trivia. All right. Monica said he's henpecked. That's it and that's all. Yeah, could be. Jane said the low self-esteem in people is nefarious. Hold on. The low self-esteem in people is nefarious, but that is up to the person staring back at them in the mirror. All right. I mean, that too is a possibility. People can have low self-esteem. Yes, of course. Root Tracker says she knew before she married him. Jay Great says Will is good handling firearms. Be careful. He might snap. Oh, I absolutely cannot. Timber Dan said, true. Words have power. Always let your intentions be known. If it's a joke, say so. Otherwise, keep it to yourself. Right. Thank you, Vince. Vince said no answers in the Queendom chat for the hate by ScrewTube. Okay, so anyway, let's get on into it. Now, here's the first question. And remember, you have 30 seconds to get your answers in, and you must send all of your answers to the root of all evil 227@gmail.com. Moderators, please, oh please, put that in the chat. I'm seeing on here that Ramonia sent me an email saying they continue to unsubscribe me and I don't get notifications, and also the spiritual channel. See, the hate is real. The hate is real. Thank you, beloved, for sending me an email, okay? I'm going to get back to you on that because we got to get this all straightened out. All right, so with that all being said, let's get ready for the first question. And remember, all of the answers go to the root of all evil 227@gmail.com. No answers in the chat, neither before, during, or after the question has been read. All right, so here we go. Good luck, Royals. First question. The teen that I told you all about days ago that killed his father, this is a two-part question. There was a story that I told you all about of a teen who murdered his own father. The first question is, how did he kill his father? And what was his name? How did he kill his father and what was his name? 30 seconds. The root of all evil 227@gmail.com. Seven says, start your nefarious engines, Royals. That Crazy Beach Era said, not Queen's nefarious two-part questions. Yes. 10 seconds left, beloveds. Let's see what you got. Time is up. G from the land, if you don't sit down somewhere, send me a bunch of question marks. Okay, well, nobody got the answer. How did he kill his father? He shot his father 31 times. 31 times. And what was his name? Dewan Eskridge. Dewan Eskridge. Now, this should have been easy if you all were paying attention. Nobody even sent me the first part of the question, which was, how did he kill him? And the answer, just so you know, is in the title of the video. Okay? Teen shoots father 31 times or something like that. That part is actually in the title of the video. December Reed said, shut up, Cardi. Worry about those black men you was drugging and robbing. Well, you have a point there, beloved. Okay, now let's get ready. Lilia X said, I remember now. Okay. Aboriginal woman said, I sent you the answer, Queen. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I see you all sent some of the answers, but you all sent it after the time ran out, beloveds. You all sent it after the time ran out. And then, Aboriginal woman, you said his name was Dewan, and he shot him 31 times, but your answer came in. Your answer came in too late because there's like, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people's answers came in before yours, even though they were all wrong. So clearly the time had run out, beloved. Sorry. Okay, let's move right along. Miss Eva said 31 times. What in the Clint Eastwood Dirty Harry is going on here? Exactly, right? Or Charles Bronson, 10 till midnight. Please pay attention. Okay, now here's the second question. 30 seconds. The mom that was shot in front of her children by the father of 2 of those children. Now, the question is, why was he mad? You know, why did he shoot her? What made him mad? And also, well, I'll say the next part. This is just one part. Why was he mad? This was going to be a 2-part, but I'm only going to ask you all 1 part because y'all did terrible on the last. So what made him shoot her? Why was he upset? 20 seconds left. $15 seconds left, beloveds. 10 seconds. Time is, I'm sorry, y'all still got 3 seconds. Okay, now time's up. All right, so Just Biz is the winner, and the answer is she was going out. That's absolutely correct, beloved. I'm about to send you your ebook. Congratulations. She was going out with friends, and he was pressed. Okay, he was mad about it. One copy of Royal Vegan Sweets headed your way, Just Biz. Congratulations. Now we got 1 winner. All right. 3rd question. In that same video, what did the news reporters say was the percentage of murders in Houston that are caused by domestic violence? 30 seconds. What percentage of murders in Houston, specifically in Houston, were due to domestic violence? Lillian X said, nice ebook, Queen. Thank you, beloved. I'm glad you like it. Y'all got 22 seconds left. I'm sorry, 12 seconds left. Wow. So we got Kenyatta for the win. Time's up, by the way. Kenyatta said 18%. That is very good. Kenyatta, shout out to you and congratulations. Because that was a question that you had to absolutely have been paying attention to get. All right. So Kenyatta's ebook is on the way. So we have two winners, Just Biz and Kenyatta. So with that all being said, listen, we'll have hood questions on next week when we have the Family Feud round, okay, and Jeopardy. You all know that's always the last round. Okay, Kenyatta, your book is on the way, beloved. Congratulations to Kenyatta and Just Biz. All right. I mean, I did really, to be honest with you, I didn't expect any of you all to get that answer. I didn't expect any of you all to get that answer. I'm shocked and appalled. I'm shocked and appalled. Okay, now, hold on. December Reed is going in on Cardi B. December Reed, you really don't like Cardi B, do you, beloved? It said Queen Sam or how Cardi admitted to selling her soul for $10 million. Did she? Wow, souls are worth that much? I'm joking. Okay, so this is the third question. Or is this the fourth question? I think this is the fourth question. But nonetheless, here we go. Okay, so when I talked about the story of the two little boys, ages 6 and 9, who lost their lives, I just talked about this yesterday. Now, this is a two-part question. And in fact, hold on. No, I'm just going to make this two questions because you all won't have enough time to get both answers in, I'm sure. Okay, so anyway, in the story where I talked about the two little boys who lost their lives at the hands of their own mother, ages 6 and 9, the question is, what were the names of those two little boys? 30 seconds. What were their names? What were their names? 15 seconds on the clock. Mr. Hotel said December had to get it off of your chest. 5 seconds. Time's up. Let me see what you all have here. Michael M., stop playing with me. Michael M. said Cain and Abel. Sierra said Brad and Chad. Kenyatta said Jaden. Jaden was one of their names. Their names were Jaden and Maurice. Jaden and Maurice, that were their names. Bless their little hearts. Bless their beautiful little hearts. So sad. And now, when the mother, Tiffany Lucas, took their lives, she told the police that it was an accident at first. But then she also said that she would never do anything like this unless she had been manipulated. Now, how did she say she was manipulated exactly? 30 seconds. How did Tiffany Lucas say that she was manipulated? Kenyatta said, Jaden is my nephew's name. It stood out. Kenyatta, shame on you, cheating. How did she say that she was manipulated? Y'all have like 10 seconds left. All right, looks like Queen Sam has the answer. Time's up. Queen Sam said social media made her do it. Yeah. She said it was Wi-Fi and Facebook. Wi-Fi and Facebook. So yes, social media absolutely is what she blamed it on, Queen Sam. So congratulations to you, beloved. So we got 3 winners. Just Biz, Kenyatta, and Queen Sam. All right, so Queen Sam, your ebook is on the way. Now here comes the bonus question. All right, let's get ready for the bonus question. Now, the bonus question is going to be a 2-part question. Okay? And if you were really paying attention, it should be fairly easy. All right? So here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. And here is the last and final question. This is the bonus question. When I talked about the details of the lawsuit that Cassie has on P. Diddy, I told you when the abuse began, according to the filing, and also something else that happened. So the question is, and this is 2 parts. First part is, when did, according to the lawsuit, when did Diddy start abusing Cassie? And the second part is, what did Cassie say that he's paid $50,000 for? 30 seconds. When did the abuse begin? And what did he pay $50,000 for? 20 seconds left. You all are doing good today. We have 3 winners so far. We have 3 winners so far. So you all are indeed doing good today. Time is up. Let's see what we have here. This is really strange. I feel like I'm experiencing the Mandela effect. I feel like I'm experiencing the Mandela effect on that last question, because all of you, so many of you said that she heard voices as to why that woman took her son's lives. She didn't say anything about hearing voices, but the crazy thing is, let me count and see how many of you all said that she heard voices. This sounds like the Mandela effect to me. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3. This is real strange. Yeah, 3 of you, it looks like. And 2 of you back to back said that she heard voices. I don't know where you all got that, but no. That's interesting that 3 of you said it, though. Okay, so now let me see who won. Why is my alarm going off? Okay, now let me see. Hold on, I forgot the question. Okay. When did it start, the abuse that is, and what did he pay $50,000 for it? So nobody has the right answer. Nobody has the right answer. Let me just make sure. Yeah, nobody got the answer. The answer The answers, because it was two parts. First of all, the abuse started in 2005. In 2005. The second part was, what did he pay $50,000 for? Well, he paid $50,000 for the hotel footage. Remember, because they said that he was fighting her in the hotel and he got mad at her or whatever, and she left out of the room, and he was throwing vases at her or something like that, or a glass or something. But anyway, she said he paid $50,000 and that footage disappeared. So that was the answers, 2005, and for the footage from the hotel cameras. Okay, so that all been said, shout out to those of you who won. Letter L said, Queen gonna make me get my doctorate. Hashtag professor. Okay, so Lil and X said, long time to be abused. Couldn't be me. Yeah, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. And let's not forget though, Lillian, you said couldn't be you, and I don't blame you. I don't think it could be me either. But here's the thing. Let's not forget that Cassie was 19 years old. Diddy was almost 20 years older than her. So there's that manipulation by someone who's older and more experienced in life, period. And then also he was also buying her things, and he had control over her career. Okay, he had control over her career. And also there's the element of fear. Some women are afraid to leave because they think that it may cost them their lives. And in some cases it absolutely does. So with that all being said, she was a teen, he groomed her, says Miss Abby. Exactly. That's absolutely true. Okay, so we the people said, B1, great broadcast. Thank you, beloved. Okay, Nisa Q said, yes, he was holding power over her. Kenyatta said, you think so until you wake up one day, like, where did the years go to? This is true. Okay, Terry Hinn said, Diddy's an evil, demonic arse narcissist. I agree. Okay, Monica says, I'm totally going to get that Vegan Sweets ebook, or My Name Ain't Monica. That's on box. Okay. All right. So with that all been said, thank you all. Lana L says, teach us, Queen. Okay. So with that all been said, thank you all for tuning in once again. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr. _A Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. With that all been said, I will see you all on the spiritual channel it's 12:20. I'm going to say at about 2:20, okay? In about 2 hours. I'll see you on the spiritual channel. So that all been said, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Until next time, peace.
With that gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. That's See right. A bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got